welcome back to the Soul of Nye. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and I'm glad that you're here. This is where I represent the word of God so the enemy does not come to rob. However, this video is just going to be an honest and open conversation just about some things that the Lord has placed on my heart and just how I've been feeling in general, right? With this shift or this period that I'm going through right now. I don't fully know how to explain this, but I'm glad that whoever is here, who's ever meant to hear this message, they're going to hear this message, and I don't have to do anything, you know, different. And I'm like, Lord, you want me to hop on right now? Like, I wasn't even like eager or anything to really hop on here today. Like, honestly, the way I have been feeling for like the past, couple days hasn't been, up to par. And the Lord is like, you don't have to be this perfect picture all the time, right? Like, you don't have to come on here, all cute, dressed up. You could come on here looking dusty. Remember that, you made in my image regardless, And I was like, okay, Lord, I hear you. I'm gonna just come on here and I'm gonna just let you have your way on here. Whatever is meant to be said is meant to be said. And the Lord is like, just tell the truth. Just tell them how you've been feeling, the things that I have brought to your remembrance and stuff like that. So that's what this video is about to be. This video isn't gonna really be that long. However, you never know with me. But how I have been feeling. So lately, the Lord he keeps bringing to my memory about the dream I shared about the storm, or about the storm that I had probably back in, I want to say it was like February, maybe March, around that time. And I was talking about the 10 virgins, the 5 foolish and the 5 wise, right? And so with dreams, how dreams typically work is God, he doesn't always give you the full interpretation of a dream. He gives you bits and pieces, and those bits and pieces are to be used at that specific time when that message needs to get out there at that specific time. However, when the Lord is ready to give you the other half of that dream, he will give it to you in due time and in due season. And so that's what he's done specifically for me. And so at first I was like, okay, Lord, like, is this, this is personal, this part that I'm about to share with you guys. But he was like, it might be personal, but he was like, you don't know who else is going through the same thing that you're going through, or the same thought processes that you're going through. And I need you to speak this word because this is the second interpretation of this dream, or more details about this dream. So if you haven't watched that video, I suggest that you go back and watch that video, or whatever the case is. But this is also another interpretation that the Lord has given me on this dream. And nothing has changed in the dream, but he has highlighted specific things in this dream. And he was telling me, he was like, the storm, I told you guys what the storm represents, different types of things, or whatever the case is. And in another video I did actually titled storms. And this storm could be a mix of different things. It's also a national word, or whatever you want to call it, for a big group of people, for people to pretty much, get right with the Lord. But also, this is also a storm of things that go in your personal life that you typically, it's not like it's your fault or you invited these things in, but these storms also come to build you up to the next level, right? To prepare you for something even bigger than the level that you're currently at. It's to build perseverance. Some of the struggles, struggles is for your perseverance. It's to build you up as a better person, right? So the Lord brought that back to my attention. Then he brings back to my attention the people who were on the bus, right? And what sparked this idea in my head, or what sparked this in my head, was when the Lord highlighted that to me, is because I was watching this movie earlier. And in this movie, her last name was Stronghold, which I thought was amazing. But in this movie, when she finally, like, decided to fully give her life to Jesus and stuff like that. She ran inside this church, and at least like 20 people was following her, but these 20 people represented things in her past, right? So she had a lot of baggage and stuff like that. And throughout this process, she went through every single one, and, you know, basically like the lies that the enemy has told her and stuff like that, she spoke to them, and she spoke life into it instead of death, right? So that highlighted this part of my dream. The people on the bus, they were, you know, rejoicing. They was lit. They was happy, excited. And I was sitting on that bus screaming for Jesus. Like, we over here going around in circles, flipping upside down, and they over here rooting and you know, and like I said, these people on the bus, some of them I wasn't even expecting to be on the bus, because I'm like, how did you even, you know, get on here? And it wasn't me passing judgment, you know, on this bus, but I was just sitting here like, so not only one did this is something personal for me, but not only did these people represent their personal salvation, whatever the case, just by me being an example, but two, these people also, and I'm not calling nobody a demon, so don't nobody get offended, but these people also represented, how can I put this? Holy Spirit, help me break this down to reach to who it needs to reach to. But these people also symbolize the demons, or, okay, I'm gonna just say it, and y'all guys can test the spirits. Like I always say, test the spirits. But sometimes, again, the devil, he is a palm piece. The Lord uses him too. You know, people just sit over here and think that the Lord don't got no control over the devil, and he just out here free reign and doing whatever he wants. No, the Lord uses the devil in certain ways too. And sometimes he's used as a palm piece, but he's only used to bring something out of you, if that makes sense. So let's go to the story of Job. Lord, you just... okay, like, let's go to the story of Job. Even God had something to do with Job's trials. You know, if y'all actually read that, the book of Job and stuff, in the very beginning, you know, the devil kept on like, oh, well, let me do this, and I bet he won't, you know, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Because I feel like I'm going through a Job situation right now in my life. Like, every time I try to do something, I feel like I get kicked down, but I try to get back up, you know? And so the Lord brought that to my attention. He was like, they was over there rejoicing on the bus because the demons or the things that are coming into your life, the situations that are happening or whatever, I'm trying to build patience and perseverance in you, and you're looking at it from the wrong point of view. You looking at it to be this negative thing, this thing that is going to destroy you. And these people on the bus were rejoicing because they were getting a negative reaction out of you. I hope y'all are catching on to this, what I'm saying, because I think it's finally coming together. But that's what the Lord was saying. He was like, the reason why them people on the bus was so happy, because yes, I have a part in, because like I told y'all, it was somebody driving the bus, and I know from the bat it was Jesus. They had a hat on, and I remember when I was screaming for Jesus, they was over there driving the bus. We going through the storm and stuff like that, and they was shaking their head at me because I was screaming for Jesus. But mind you, he the one driving the bus the whole time. And so the Lord brought to my attention, he was like, the reason why they was so hype and stuff on the bus was because they're getting that negative reaction out of you, my child. The stuff that I'm taking you through is to give you more perseverance, so that when you get to the newer levels that I'm taking you, because, you know, we go from glory to glory, the levels and stuff that I'm taking you requires you to have more patience and more of this and more of that. And in order for these things to be developed, because they don't just happen overnight, I need you to go through certain processes and stuff like that, right? So I'm like, okay, Lord. And because you know, when the Lord take me through, I'm gonna just be honest, when the Lord takes me through certain seasons or certain processes, I don't like them, I become upset with the Lord. Like, I become distant from the Lord. And not saying that I just leap into sin, or I'm just about to be like, bump the Lord, like I'm about to go out here, drink part. Like, I'm not even talking about that. Like, I will do little stuff to remove myself from the Lord. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm not reading the Bible today. I'm not I'm not doing this for this long today. Like, I try to punish the Lord. And the Lord be like, you know, the only person that you really hurting is yourself at the end of the day, because we need the Lord. The Lord loves our weakness. And I know that might sound bad to somebody, but the Lord loves it when we need him, because he has created everything. He has created all of us. And when we try to sit here and lean on our own understanding, we end up falling. We end up tripping. And so when I was writing, when I was journaling, you know, just now, what prompted this video right now was the Lord brought to me a staircase. And I was like, Lord, what is you talking about, a staircase? I don't even know what's going on right now. He like, just keep typing, keep writing how you feel, and I'm going to reveal it to you. And I'm like, well, I really don't feel like talking to you right now, because I really don't like what you got me going through right now. And he's like, child, I need you to listen to me. Keep writing how you feel. Like, you not hurting my feelings. I'm not hurt by what you saying. I'm really not. You the only one that's hurting right now. And just keep writing. Just keep talking to me. That's all I ask for you. Again, my yoke is easy. My burden is light. Just talk to me. That's all you got to do. I don't care how you feeling. Just talk to me. Say whatever you need to say. So I'm typing, saying whatever. And then he was like, yeah, you know them times you used to fall up the steps? Used to fall down the steps? And I'm like, yes, Lord. What? He was like, well, you know, there's definitely a difference between falling up the steps and falling down the steps. Falling up the steps is when Holy Spirit, help me. But falling up the steps and falling down the steps is both equally. Don't nobody want to do either or. Don't nobody want to fall up the steps. Don't nobody want to fall down the steps. You know, we want to stay on our 2 feet. We don't want to fall. We don't want to fall. However, when we fall up the steps, that means that we're rushing. We're rushing to do something. We're rushing to get to a new level. And like I said, this is symbolic, but it also, like, I'm breaking it down. You rushing up the steps or you falling up the steps represent you rushing. You trying to go before God's timing. And you end up still hurting yourself by falling up the steps. Now, falling down the steps is you misstepping, you missing a step. And usually, when you miss a step, it equals, like I said, this is symbolic. When you miss a step, it equals backsliding. So some people, when they miss a step, next thing you know, they want to fall all the way into sin. Like, they just want to, oh, I messed up one time. I might as well just go down the path. And now they sliding down the whole staircase. Holy Spirit, just have your way. I hope this is making sense to somebody. Because like I said, I'm just talking. I am just going. Test the spirits. I am really just talking right now. But either way, if you fall up the steps or if you fall down the steps, you still gonna hurt yourself. You still gonna hurt yourself. And the Holy Spirit is just bringing to my memory about the scripture, and I can't think about it off the top of my head because, like I said, I have no notes. I'm just talking. But when it says woo to the person who falls and is not a person to help them or whatever the case is, meaning 2 is better than 1. Now, however you want to take that scripture, meaning relationship, meaning friendship, you being by yourself, the Lord know you need help. And this is the thing. It don't even have to be an actual person. Your anchor, the person that you need to go to, regardless if you fall up the steps or down the steps, is the Lord, is Jesus, is Holy Spirit. Those are the only people that you need. Because every single time you try to do something on your own understanding, you either fall up the staircase or you gonna fall down the staircase. The choice is yours. Just like when he took me to my dream, he was like, you had the choice to sit there and rejoice, because he got so many messages. I hope somebody is coming on, because I feel like it's all over the place right now. But I'm really just speaking what the Lord and Holy Spirit is saying. Like I said, they're a package deal. However, if y'all see my last video, y'all know how I feel. But the thing about it is, it's like I had the choice to be an atmosphere shifter, meaning be the light, right? Everybody else was geeked up. And like I said, these people represented two different things. They represented the people who, you know, me personally, that the Lord said that, like, by me being the lead or being an example, they're going to follow my lead. And then also some of the people, because some of the people I saw on it, but they was ruthless. Like, there was some people on there that I'm like, oh, like, you're here. But, you know, I was kind of like glad they were here. And then there was some other people on the bus. And I'm like, what are you doing here? Because I know for a fact. But they were like, instead of me rejoicing, like, yeah, we on the bus, like, we lit. In the beginning, I was sitting there screaming my head off. Like, I was like so scared, screaming for Jesus. And mind you, he the one driving the bus the whole entire time. So it was like I had the choice if I wanted to rejoice with them and scream for excitement, or sit there and keep yelling Jesus and be scared and have my head down like this the whole time and not really paying attention or watching what was going on. And as I said, at the end of that dream, the bus was spinning. We was upside down. And then at the last minute, we landed safely. And then I was able to get off the bus, because right now, and I'm just being honest, I'm just being open, but right now I almost feel like a bird trapped in a box as far as the things that, you know, I'm pursuing with in life. Like, I feel like I don't have a clear direction or any clarity right now. It's very foggy for me right now. And the Lord is saying it's because I left him. And I'm like, Lord, what you mean I left you? Like, I was right here. Like, I've been doing this, I've been doing that. And he was like, but you fell up the staircase because you trying to rush. I'm right here. But somehow you tried to run up the steps, and then now you fell up the steps, and now you trying to like turn back. Like, I wasn't even at that point yet. Because sometimes what I do is the Lord give me a word, or the Lord tell me something. And I'm not talking about a word for like YouTube platform, but I'm talking about just in my personal life. And he tell me something, and I really will take that thing and go running full speed with it like a football player. And the Lord is like, where do you think you going? I didn't even tell you to do that. I didn't even tell you to do all that yet. I just told you so that you can prepare for the next step or the next place I'm taking you. Take it one step at a time. That's why you fell up the steps. Now you sit here crying because you done bent your knee up on the staircase because you want to run ahead of me. I'm not there yet. You in the rush. That's why you over here feeling the way that you feeling. And I'm like, well, Lord, I just was trying to, and he was like, I'm not there yet. And that's a difference. That's another difference between somebody that's falling up the steps, and they're equally bad. Cause like I said, you end up falling down regardless. But usually the people that fall up the steps represent people who are really clinging to God, right? But then they run with stuff and they still go ahead of him. Like, if that makes sense. And that is equally bad than somebody that's backsliding or going back to their old ways, because again, you not with the Lord. You either ahead of him, and really you not ahead of him because he sees all things. You know, he sees from point A to point B through point, like, and he only show you, like, he could either only show you the end result, or he can either show you the beginning results, but you don't even know the steps of, what is it called? C, D, E, F, G, and you over here at step Z. And the Lord is like, well, look, I didn't even give you these other steps. So how you gonna get there if you ain't do this yet? And so that's what the Lord was telling me. And then, like, even, you know, a little message for the backsliders. Don't sit there and slide down the rest of the staircase. You missed the step. Don't just continue going down the steps. You get back up, and, you know, because obviously when you walk down the steps, you got to walk down the steps. But if you're taking this, like I said, with a grain of salt, and you taking this as symbolic, it doesn't mean go flying, like you fall down the steps and now you go flying all the way down the steps. And now you causing unnecessary, delay and resistance and stuff like that. Like, no, you fell down the steps. Now take your time and just continue to go one step at a time. That's all the message that I'm trying to say right now in this video. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say in this video. Again, I wasn't expected to come on here, but I hope this reached who it needed to reach right now. And I love you guys. Peace out.